When are you most alive? When do you feel vibrant? That you're walking on a cloud? Is it when you go on vacation, leaving the cold winter, above the 49th parallel in Canada, for example, and go to a warm place? You really feel alive? Is it when you are with family and friends, joining together in some kind of celebration, whether a family celebration, a holiday celebration? Is it when you are deep into a meaningful conversation that you're most alive? Or perhaps when you are doing some important kind of work, maybe you're a scientist and you're very deeply engaged in some great discovery. So be it. Is that when you feel most alive? I think it's a good question we should all ask ourselves. Or is it right now, learning Tanya, that you're most alive? Or when you're doing a mitzvah, right? Being charitable, helping another, praying to God, around the Shabbos table, singing a melody. Is that when you're most alive? I think it's a good question we should ask ourselves. Welcome to Tanya Today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Tzich Kadeshim in Montreal, Canada, where it's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We continue in the 27th letter. This letter was written to the followers of Reb Mendel Haradoker, a great sage, righteous individual, who was a mentor of the Alter Rebbe before he went to the Holy Land of Israel, made Aliyah there in 1777. 11 years later, in 1788, he passed away. And this is a letter of condolence to bring comfort to his followers living in the Holy Land of Israel. And we began yesterday with the notion, and we continue today, that the Alter Rebbe quotes from the Zohar. When is the righteous most alive? When? When they pray to God, they're most alive? When they do a mitzvah, they're most alive? So the Zohar says something fascinating, that when the righteous, a tzaddik, departs from this world, they are more found in all of the worlds more than during their lifetime. Meaning, to say that they are more available, they're more found, they're more relevant, they're more alive in the higher worlds. Oh, that makes sense, because that's where their soul is in a higher world. But that's not what's being said here in the Zohar, that they are found here to a greater extent in this world, physical world that we all know and love, right? Found more so than when they were alive. That is even in the world of action, in the mundane of this world where today is today is a time of action in this world, right? Got to take action. They are more found, more relevant, more available than even during their lifetime. They're more alive. Wow. Now, how do we understand that? Just partial thought today, and more will come, is because the action of their disciples, their followers, continue to produce successive generations and offshoots. A friend of mine was once flying, and he met a Torah sage who was not a Chabadnik, and it was Yutes Kislev, the day that the Alter Rebbe was released from prison. It's the day that we start the new cycle, which will be in 5 weeks. And he said, who's greater, the Alter Rebbe or Napoleon? Now, this rabbi asked a friend of mine, Pesach actually, who's greater, Napoleon or the Alter Rebbe? So everybody knows who Napoleon is. He's definitely more known to people than the Alter Rebbe. But who follows the ways of Napoleon today? Who dresses like him? Who believes in the values that he purported, believes in them today? Now, there might be some scholars who know his works, but they're not followers. But the Alter Rebbe today has more people learning his books, his teachings, than even when he was physically alive. That's amazing. So that's what it means over here, that the righteous person, on the first understanding, is more alive, more available, more relevant, more to be found than when he was alive, because successive generations, more people are engaged with his teachings, more engaged with his path that he set. The light that he implanted, that he is up in Gan Eden, in the Garden of Eden, and yeah, but that light is down here with us and radiates down here into this world, that we can follow his path. And that's when it comes to heavenly things, meaning we get guidance and benefit from the righteous after they pass, even more so than when they were alive. The guidance, spiritual benefit from this individual. Oh, greetings to my sister in the Holy Land of Israel. But not only spiritual things is the righteous after their passing, therefore their followers, but also mundane matters from material blessings. The righteous tzaddikim, they draw down into this world and they shield and protect in this world more than they did when they were physically alive. Moreover, as the Zohar says, that if it was not for the prayers of the righteous in the spiritual worlds above, not in this world, and others not when they're here in this physical world, if it wasn't for their prayers, this world would not endure for a moment. And who gets all of this? Whoever's close to them. And the closer you are, the more you receive. Wow. So the closer you are to the Alter Rebbe, the more you receive from him, both spiritually and materially. The more you're close to our dear Rebbe from this generation, the more you receive spiritually and materially. We see that. It's so true and so real. Now, how do we understand that? Why would it be so? Okay, that's a statement from the Zohar, so it's the truth, right? It's part of the Torah. We need to understand that truth as best as we can. So tomorrow, the day after, we'll go into a deeper understanding of this concept that the righteous are more found, more available, they're more enduring after their passing than when they are physically present and alive. Very powerful. A reminder, tonight we start the JLI course, the Jewish Learning Institute of Nurturing Relationships. Many of you have signed up already. If you haven't and you're interested, you have to reach out to me. Private message me. That can be done. If you leave a message on the platforms, quite likely I'm not going to see it. So probably not the place to do it. So, send me an email, rabbi@chabadzichron.com, or WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me. And you don't want to miss Nurturing Relationships tonight, 7:30. Phenomenal course. And a reminder to all, a week today we start our matching campaign. The theme being, live with Yiddish Jewish chutzpah. With strength, inner strength, that you can withstand anything and everything. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from Chabad Zichron Kadesh in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the time. You have an amazing, great day. Thank you for joining. Those who want to help out with the campaign, also please, please private message me. We appreciate it immensely. And God bless.